It's 7:30 a.m. The school bus is coming. Your child is still in pajamas. Shoes not on. Backpack not packed. You've already said it. Let's go. Come on. We're late. Nothing. Then your tone changes. And suddenly, they move. Looks like it worked, but it didn't. What you just taught your child is that your words don't matter. Only your frustration does. And if that continues, you won't raise a disciplined child. You'll raise a child who only functions under pressure. Let me be direct. Most parents today are not raising independent kids. They're raising dependent responders. Kids who wait to be told, wait to be pushed, wait to be pressured. And then we ask, why don't they take initiative? Here's the truth. Because we train them not to. I am your well-wisher. Not here to judge you, not here to blame you, but to show you something most parents never realize until it's too late. Because there's a small group of parents, a very small group, whose kids don't wait, don't argue, don't need reminders. They act on their own. And today, you're going to learn exactly how they do it. And here's what most parents don't realize. The habits you ignore today become the personality your child carries for life. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly where things are going wrong. Pillar 1, you are the standard. Be honest for a second. If your child copied your behavior for one full day, would you be proud of what they become? You say, don't shout, but you shout. You say, be patient, but you rush, interrupt, react. So what exactly are they learning? Because here's the truth. Children don't follow instructions. They copy identity. And science backs this. Their brain uses something called mirror neurons, which literally copy your behavior, tone, and reactions. So if you lose control, they learn losing control is normal. If you stay calm, they learn calm is power. Let me ask you, when something goes wrong in your day, do you react or respond? Because your child is learning that exact pattern. You don't raise disciplined kids, you model discipline. And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 2, routines over reminders. Let me paint a picture. It's a weekday morning. You're juggling work, emails, getting ready, and at the same time saying, brush your teeth, put your shoes on, grab your backpack, again and again and again. Sound familiar? Now here's the problem. Every time you remind them, you train them to not remember. Their brain learns, I don't need to think. Someone will tell me. But high-level parents don't manage behavior. They build systems, simple routines, same order, same sequence, every single day. And here's the science. The brain uses the basal ganglia to automate repeated actions, which means what you repeat becomes automatic. So instead of saying, go brush your teeth, you ask, what's next in your routine? Now they think, now they act, now they take ownership. So ask yourself, do you want a child who listens to you or a child who knows what to do without you? And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 3, stop controlling, start training. This one might hurt a little. Most parents think discipline means control. Raise your voice, give consequences, force compliance, and yes, it works, but only when you're there. So let me ask you honestly, when your child behaves well, is it because they understand what's right or because they're afraid of what happens if they don't? Because those are two very different outcomes. And here's the science. When a child feels pressure or fear, their prefrontal cortex shuts down. That's the part responsible for decision-making. So they're not learning, they're reacting. That's why nothing sticks. So instead of saying, clean your room, you say your space needs attention. What's your plan? Now they think, now they decide, now they act. And when behavior comes from within, it lasts. So ask yourself, do you want obedience or real discipline? And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 4, connection before correction. Let me ask you something. When your child is upset, do they come closer to you or move away from you? Because that answer tells you everything. Most parents correct immediately. Stop crying. Calm down. Don't do that. But when a child feels judged, they stop listening. Their brain goes into defense mode. So instead of learning, they shut down. Now try this. I can see you're upset. What happened? Pause. They open up. Because connection reduces resistance. And science shows when a child feels safe, their brain stays open to learning. So ask yourself, are you correcting your child or reaching them? And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 5, praise the right thing. Your child gets a good grade. You say, good job. Seems normal, right? But here's what you just taught them. My value equals results. So what happens when they fail? They feel like they are the failure. Now ask yourself, do you want your child to chase approval or build confidence? Because those are not the same. Instead of praising results, praise effort. I saw how hard you worked on that. Now you build resilience, consistency, confidence, and research shows. Kids praised for effort develop stronger problem-solving skills. So next time, pause before you praise. What are you reinforcing? And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 6, real responsibility. Let's be real. It's easier to do things yourself. Pack their lunch, clean their mess, fix their mistakes. It's faster. But here's the cost. You're raising a dependent child. Now imagine this. Your child grows up and still doesn't know how to manage life. That doesn't happen suddenly. It starts here. So ask yourself, does your child contribute to the home or just live in it? Because there's a difference. Give them responsibility, and not as punishment, but as identity. You're in charge of this. Now they feel capable. And when a child feels capable, they act capable. Let them struggle. Let them learn. That's how independence is built. And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Pillar 7, the environment. This is the one most parents ignore. You focus on behavior, but forget the environment shaping it. Let me ask you, what surrounds your child every day? Screens, noise, distraction? Because that environment is training their brain. If a child grows up in chaos, you can't expect calm. If a child grows up overstimulated, you can't expect focus. So instead of fixing the child, fix the environment. Less screen time, more real interaction, more presence. And let's be honest, giving your child an iPad to stay quiet is not parenting, it's outsourcing attention. So ask yourself, is your home building discipline or destroying it? And this is what 1% people do to raise their kids. Finally, if you've made some of these mistakes, you're not alone. Every parent does. But the difference is, some stay unaware and some choose to fix it. Here on this channel, we're going to figure out these life problems together and make it easier for us to build a better future. Not just for ourselves, but for our children. If this helped you, consider subscribing, because this is just the beginning. You're not raising a child, you're shaping a future adult. The question is, are you doing it consciously or accidentally?